I feel like I'm on a runway here at the Eye Care Associates Expo wearing my fantastic Versace frames. What about mine? Yeah.
And look at these Pradas. Are these not gorgeous?
I love the sides of these. Oh, I poked your knife.
Yeah, no worries. But you know, here's the thing. A lot of people love that eyewear is like an accessory. It really makes you look fantastic. But the truth of the matter is, you really need to talk about your vision as well.
Sharon, I will admit it, I was one of those bad people who did not get regular eye exams. Until about 2 years ago, something hit me. I was getting closer to 40 and I decided I need to do this. So fortunately, Dr. Ben Lee won't chastise me too much.
Yeah, right, slap on the hand or something
Just
like that.
On the hand.
That's
Let's
right.
talk about why it's so important, especially as we get older.
Well, I think a lot of things we realize in terms of vision, we realize if we need some help, you know, blur at distance, blur up close, you know, needing longer arms to read the newspaper, those things kind of hit patients, and they're obvious, but there's so many eye health issues, asymptomatic disease states like glaucoma that can really cause some significant problems before they're detected symptomatically. You know, it's something that eye doctors can so easily screen for, so it makes it really, really a smart thing just to take an hour a year and have your eyes examined.
It's preventive care.
Absolutely.
Right? Because you are possibly stopping something more serious from happening down the line.
Sure,
maybe.
and with all of our lifestyles and work styles, you know, having good vision is so important to everything we do. It's a sense we most cherish and we least want to have a problem with.
And can you determine other overall health problems by an eye exam?
Sure, I mean, patients with systemic disease like diabetes or hypertension can often have ocular complications, so we like to screen for those, and sometimes we're the first people to find, the first providers to find signs that maybe those types of diseases are a problem. So yes, just the general health exam and the evaluation of the health of the eye can lead us to other systemic disease that really it's important to catch early.
And as far as, you know, I think there might be some, I know an idea in my mind was like when I was younger, as a young adult, I thought, well, I'm healthy, I don't need to go see an eye doctor.
Sure.
And it wasn't until I started my first anchoring job and I kept telling them to bring the teleprompter closer, and finally everyone said, there's something wrong with your eyes. Do you find seeing patients a lot like that?
Well, I think sometimes you don't know what you're what you're not seeing. You don't really, especially with children, you know, you don't realize sometimes they're not aware of what they're supposed to see until they're in a situation like you described where they're the only ones that's not up to speed.
Sure.
So yeah, just for us to show them what things should be like to make sure they're as good as they can be. Sure, that's worth having it checked every year.
And so many insurance plans cover it, so why not?
Absolutely. And the expense, whether you're insured or not, is really, it's minimal relative to other types of health care, and it just so much depends on your vision. It's time and money well spent.
Do you have a recollection of a patient or two who was in that situation where they just kind of had passed on doing the annual exam, and then all of a sudden you give them a pair of glasses or contacts that their world changes?
Sure. Well, there's oftentimes light bulb moments. I mean, some of us are a little bit on the stubborn side, and we wait and wait and wait until, you know, really it's a problem not to have eyeglasses or not to have correction. So sure, it allows people to do different jobs, to do their jobs more effectively, to enjoy, you know, activities that their kids are in. So sure, you know, even just day-to-day normal folks, yes, oftentimes we wait a little bit.
That's gotta be satisfying to you.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's fun to be a part of that.
Got the message loud and clear, Dr. Lee. I'll be in there every year.
Sounds good.
And my child will
next time
too.
the punishment will be a little worse.
Slap you on the wrist
that's
anymore.
Right.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Sharon, what in the world are you wearing?
Aren't these cool? So we're in the Zeiss booth. Carl Zeiss, the famous man who created the most amazing lenses. I'm being personally fitted with the latest technology so that any eyewear I have works for me.
Okay, so this is here at the Expo. There are so many amazing things that the Eye Care Associates team has their hands on. So we talked to Lois Paul to find out a little bit more. First, talk about progressive lenses and the new things you're seeing with those.
We have new progressive lenses that have a much wider reading area. You used to, with progressive, have just a tiny little reading area. Now we can make it wider and customize it for each patient.
So when you say progressive, like you mean the old-fashioned bifocal, but you don't see that anymore,
but you
right?
don't see the line. So we don't have to look like old ladies. We don't have to have a line. So
well, that's what I have.
That's what I have
And I
too.
appreciate not having that line and then that magnifier there.
And so that's what you have and that's what Sharon has, but your glasses don't look wide.
No, we look young, just like we are.
Yes, we do, Lois.
So how are you able to do that?
The technology has made a lens that is customized for each person's eye. So when I look out straight ahead, I'm looking through my distance correction, and then as my eye moves down through that lens, I'm actually looking intermediate and then up close, and everything adjusts to my eye.
Wow. Okay, and then there is a second piece of technology that is just crazy. Never even heard of it. What was the name of it?
The Empower glasses.
Empower
by
glasses.
Pixel Optics.
Okay.
And this is cutting edge.
This sounds like something out of a movie.
It's an electronic pair of glasses. It has a battery in it on one side. You put it on, it's distance, intermediate, but no near. So you can walk up and down stairs, the bifocal near part's not magnifying everything. And then when you need to read, you just touch the side, like you would your smartphone, just touch it, and you can look down and your reading power's there.
Just with a touch of a button.
Just like magic.
Wow.
Really
my goodness.
amazing technology.
And you have this at your North Raleigh location?
Yes, up on Six Forks Road. That's our location that has it. And like I said, it's very cutting edge, so we have it at one location
It's
now.
specialized.
Really
It's very specialized.
Who would be a patient that would be looking for something like that?
I think someone that's on the cutting edge of technology, someone that works out at RTP, that they want the latest iPhone.
They're early adopters
Yeah.
of things, right?
Early adapters, exactly. And they really are not reading a lot, so they want to be able to move freely around, play tennis, play golf, but they need to have that reading when they need it, so it's there on demand.
So rather than wearing it like on with a lanyard around your neck.
There's no need for that anymore.
All right, Lois, we got to see it to believe it. This is some impressive
Yes,
stuff.
it is very impressive.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, I've enjoyed it.
Coming up, we take our turn on the runway and we shop.